this video, I'm going to explain how absolute values work in inequalities. Say you had the absolute value of something like x, and we told you that the absolute value of x was equal to 7. That means that x could either be -7 or a +7, since the absolute value of -7 equals the absolute value of 7, which equals the positive number 7. With that being said, let's look at the absolute value of x is less than 5. Looking at the number line, that means that the 5 is going to be circled, and the absolute value of x is less than 5. So we can have down to 4, because 4 is less than 5, 3 is less than 5, 2 is less than 5, 1, and 0 are all less than 5. However, this is the absolute value. So that means that the absolute value of -1 would be a +1, and a +1 is less than 5. The absolute value of a -2 is a +2, and that's less than 5. So on and so on. The absolute value of -4 is also less than 5. But what about -5? The absolute value of -5 will be 5, and 5 is not less than 5. So we would circle that number and not fill it in. So basically, when you have the absolute value of a number or an expression that is less than a numerical value, really you can write it as -5 is less than x, which is less than 5, because you have to account for all the negatives that are less than 5 and their absolute values are less than 5. If we went past that 5, we would get the absolute value of -6, which is a +6, and 6 is not less than 5. So if I gave you the absolute value of x is less than 4, you could rewrite that as -4 is less than x, which is less than 4, and you can drop the absolute value sign. Say that I give you the absolute value of 2x plus 4 is less than 8. Right off the bat, we can rewrite this and say -8 is less than, dropping the absolute value sign, 2x plus 4, which is less than 8. Now we solve for x. Subtract 4 from the middle, 4 from the right, and 4 from the left. That will leave us with -12 is less than 2x, which is less than 4. Now, divide by 2 to the middle, the right, and the left to get the x by itself. So now we're going to have -6 is less than x, which is less than 2. And that would be our answer. Let's go ahead and graph that visually. We're going to circle the -6 and shade in everything up to the +2, because x is between -6 and 2.